Hello friends, welcome to Code Mummy. Today let's see how the selection sort works. Selection sort is similar to our insertion sort. It is a simple algorithm in which we split the array in two parts. The first part is the sorted array and the second part is the unsorted array. Initially, our sorted part is empty and the unsorted part is the entire array. So what we will do, in every iteration we find the minimum element from the unsorted array and swap it with the leftmost element in the unsorted array, and that element becomes the part of the sorted array. Let's see this with an example. This is our example array consisting of n is equal to 6 elements 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's take the zero based indexing 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. In this array, first what we'll do, we'll divide it into sorted and unsorted part. So first our sorted part is empty. So first this is our sorted part and this is our unsorted part. So first our sorted part is empty and unsorted part is the full array. Next, from the unsorted part we'll find the minimum element. So what is our minimum element in this array? It is 2. So we will select 2 and swap it with the leftmost element in the unsorted part. So we'll swap 9 and 2. This becomes 2, 6, 16, 12, 5 and 9. So we swapped 2 and 9 as 2 was our minimum element. Now this is our sorted part and this is our unsorted part. Right? So again in this we'll select the minimum element. In this our minimum element is 5. Right? So we'll select 5 and swap it with the first element or the leftmost element in unsorted array. So the leftmost element in unsorted array is 6. So we will swap 6 and 5. So this is 2, this is 5, this is 16, 12, 6 and 9. So here again this is our sorted part and this is our unsorted part. So again we will select the minimum element in the unsorted part. The minimum element here is again 6. So we'll swap 6 with the leftmost element in the unsorted array, that is 16. So we'll swap 16 and 6. This is 2, this is 5, this is 6, this is 12, 16 and 9. We swapped 16 and 6. So this is our sorted array now and this is our unsorted array. So again we'll find the minimum element in the unsorted array. The minimum element here is again 9. Right? So we'll select 9 and swap it with the leftmost element in the unsorted array. So we'll swap 9 with 12. So again 2, 5, 6, 9, 16 and 12. So we swapped 9 and 12. So this is our sorted array now and this is our unsorted part. So again we will select the minimum element in the unsorted part. The minimum element here is 12. So we'll select 12 and swap it with the leftmost element in the unsorted part. So this is our unsorted part. So 2, 5, 6, we'll keep the sorted part the same. So again we will swap 12 with 16. So this is our sorted part and this is our unsorted part, right? But in the end there is only one element in the array or the only one element in the unsorted part. As we know that if there is only one element in an array, it is always sorted. So this whole array is sorted. 9, 12 and 16 is sorted. So let me quickly explain you the code for selection sort. Let's take a function void select sort. Then let's pass the array, then the length of the array. So in this example we saw that we'll require two loops. One loop to iterate through the unsorted array and another loop to find the minimum element. I'll explain you how to find the minimum element here. So first we'll require a for loop to iterate through the unsorted array. So int I is equal to 0 and we'll take I smaller than n minus 1 at I plus plus. Why are we taking n minus 1 here? Because we did not sort the last element here, as it was already in the sorting position. One element in an array means it is always in the sorted order. So we'll leave it here like this only. So this was our I is equal to 0. This was our I equal to 1. This was our I is equal to 2. This was our I is equal to 3. Here I equal to 4 and here I equal to 5. But we sorted the array in I equal to 4 only and we did not go here. We did not do anything here. It was already sorted. So we traversed the array till I equal to 4. So our n was 6 and n minus 1 is equal to 5. So for loop starts from I is equal to 0 and I smaller than 5 and I plus plus. So our loop will iterate to from I is equal to 0 till I is equal to 4. So how we will find the minimum element? So in this array, first we'll make 9 as our minimum element. Okay. After making 9 as our minimum element, we'll check 9 with the next element. Is the next element smaller than 9? Is our 6 smaller than 9? Yes, 6 is smaller than 9. So we will make 6 the minimum element. Now we'll check 6 with the next element, that is 16. Is 16 smaller than 6? No. So our minimum element will remain as 6. Next we'll check with 12. What was our minimum element? 6. So we are checking 6 with 12. Is 12 smaller than 6? No. So our minimum element will be 6. We'll check 6 with again the next element, that is 5. Is 5 smaller than 6? Yes, 5 is smaller than 6. So we'll make 5 as our minimum element. So now our minimum element is 5 and we will compare again with the next element, that is 2. Is 2 smaller than 5? Yeah, 2 is smaller than 5. So our minimum element is 2. So like this, in every unsorted part, in each iterations, we'll find the minimum element and that will swap with the first element in the unsorted part. So like this, when we enter the unsorted part, that is the outer loop, which is for the unsorted part, we'll make minimum element as I. Right, here our I was 0. Right, so minimum is pointing at this place first. And now for int j equal to I plus 1. So we'll point j at I plus 1, right? And j smaller than n, j plus plus, right? So what we'll do here, we'll take an if loop and check if the next element is smaller than our minimum element, right? A of j is smaller than a of min. What we are doing, this is our j here, and a, what is our minimum element? 9. So our minimum is pointing here and our j is pointing here. We'll check if this a of j is smaller than a of min. If our a of j is smaller than a of min, we'll make our min point to j. We are changing the minimum element after checking with every element, right? And after that, we'll find the minimum element in the whole array, and after ending the for loop, inner for loop, we'll swap the a of I with the minimum element and close the outer for loop and the whole function. So first our I was 0, right? First our I was 0, so our I is pointing here, and our j is I plus 1, so j is pointing here, and our minimum is 9 here, cause minimum is I and a of minimum is 9, so our minimum element is 9 and j is pointing here. So if a of j is smaller than a of minimum, means when this 6 is smaller than 9, we'll make minimum as j, so we'll make minimum as 6. Now in the next iteration, j is I plus 1, j was I plus 1. Now again in the next iteration, j will point here, right? J will point here. So again our minimum element was 6. We'll again compare it with the 16. Is 16 smaller than a of minimum? No, our a of 16, which is 16, is not smaller than 6. So our minimum element will remain as 6. Like this, we'll compare the whole array and find the minimum element here. And then after finding the minimum element, we'll swap it in the ith position. That is, we'll swap that minimum element in this position. Okay. The time complexity of this algorithm is O of n square, as we require 2 loops here. Thank you.